Hello, everyone. So, there has been a lot of interesting things that have been happening in the Nigerian private sector. Most especially, you see the drama that has been going on between Dangote and the federal government, Dangote and NNPC, Dangote, and what's the name of that downstream, upstream, revenue, Kiriko, whatever, a particular agency. It's been all sorts of drama that has been going on. But in the meantime, something that has been happening is that Otedola has been tweeting. He hasn't spoken, he hasn't come out to, speak directly to what is going on, or either stand with what do you call him? Either stand with Dangote with his own words, or stand with the federal government, whatever. But he has been tweeting some of the things that Dangote has said, and then also today, no, yesterday he also put out speech that Adesina had made. Akinwumi Adesina had made on the whole issues, because there are people who have been coming out and speaking on the whole issues. So let me first of all read out the tweet that he did on the additional issue. He said, it wasn't him, but he was quoting another person, but he tweeted on his handle. He said, this whole issue on Dangote is shocking and creating bad ways for Nigeria globally. Akinwumi Adesina. Monopoly often exists where there are high barriers to entry or high capital costs. How many individuals or companies can do railways? How many can do refineries of the scale of Dangote refineries? In a nation that has been importing refined petroleum products for several decades, the abnormal simply became very normal. No smart investor would make a $19.5 billion investment and want it to be undermined by importers. To manufacture is extremely expensive and risky. This is even more so in Nigeria, given the very challenging business and economic environment, fraught with policy on certain things and policy reversals, and where the self-defeating default mode of simply import it is always so easily rationalized are chorus to solve any problem. Competition is good for everyone, but is Dangote refineries anti-competitive? What is the evidence? Has Dangote refineries prevented any other company from setting up refineries? Why have others not done so? How come they have not done so for several decades? Was it Dangote that held them back? But Dangote refineries surely cannot be asked to compete with importers of petroleum products. This is not competition. Let the importers set up local refineries and compete by refining in Nigeria. That is fair and justified competition. We cannot and must not undermine, disparage, or kill local industries, talk less of one that is of this scale, a jewel of industrialization in Nigeria. It is more than simply delivering the cheapest product to the market. It is about domestic supply security, driving and yes, protecting globally competitive industries, maximizing forward and backward linkage in the local economy, job creation, reducing forex expenses, and shoring up the naira. We must not be myopic. This whole disparaging of Dangote is uncalled for. It is self-defeating and it is very bad for Nigeria. Who will want to come and invest in a country that disparages and undermines its own largest investor? Investing is tough. Pettiness is evil. It sadly sends a signal that the price for sacrificing for Nigeria is to get sacrificed. So this was Akinwumi Adesina that had said this. And then, of course, that's what, Femi Otedola had put on his Twitter handle. Then a Twitter user called Maurice Monye said, "My Oga, stop quoting Adesina. Bro, speak freely. Nobody can beat you. You are Otedola." And then, of course, a whole lot of people went on that whole thing, coming out to say. There was also something else that I was just trying to look for. There was another thing that he had tweeted. I think it was an article. So the day before, he had also tweeted an article that was written, a cable article that was written on the issue where Dangote has said that he's halting his proposed investment in steel to avoid monopoly accusation. After the accusation where they said that, he was trying to put up, have a monopoly and stop for other importers to be stopped from bringing in fuel and all of that. So this was what Kebu had to say. So on that one, where they said Aliko Dangote, chairman of Dangote Industries Limited, says the company will no longer continue with plans to enter Nigeria's steel industry. Dangote's threat comes 2 months after his company said it was making plans to invest in the steel industry and expand the economy. Addressing journalists at his refinery in Lagos on Saturday, the billionaire said the organization's board decided to avoid the steel industry to prevent accusation of being branded a monopoly. Dangote also said the claim in some quarter that his group of companies enjoy monopoly, is not true. About doing a new business, which we announced, that is still. Actually, our board has decided that we shouldn't do the steel, because if we do the steel business, we'll be called all sorts of names like monopoly. I think they've said that before. I don't know why they are repeating it. Anyway, I'm just trying to... We have never consciously or unconsciously stopped anyone from doing the same business that we are doing. When we first came into cement production, okay, we've seen that. I'm just trying to look at... They just keep repeating. Anyway, this particular article, Femi Otedola also, retweeted it, put it on his Twitter handle. The thing is that he hasn't come out to make his own particular statement. He hasn't come out to stand, but you could see by his action, he's quoting other people. So they say, what are you afraid of? I like this one. I say, bros, what are you afraid of? You are Otedola, come out and speak. But one of the things that I have always said consistently is that the most oppressed and voiceless Nigerians are actually those billionaires. Oh, Lord have mercy. You need to see how oppressed. They don't have a voice. They can't. They're so afraid of government because, of course, government is in their business is in government, and so there's that whole stand. Not a good number of them can dare it. And the person who you see him at any time, all the time, that can speak on those kind of issues, take on government without blinking an eye, is Otedola. I mean, respect to that man. Absolute respect, to Otedola on his ability and capacity to be able to stand. But you see, most of those other billionaires, most of those other captain of industries or whatever it is that you see them, they can't. Some of them can. They dare not even stand with you. If you are even the one, that the kind of person who makes demands on government and all of that, they don't dare, to come and stand near you or stand near where you are, because they don't want to be smeared. And so there it is. But like Maurice Moye actually said, stop quoting other people, bros. So come out and speak. He say, my God, stop quoting Adeshina. Bro, speak freely. Nobody can beat you. You are Otedola. Answer your surname. No dey fear. No shaky.